So, like I mentioned, we are in the last 2 weeks of class. You should be starting on your final drawing. So today is your light study is due today. Remember, it's not a finished drawing. And actually, I just want to show you here um, the light studies of. There's only two on the class, but they're really nice. I just want to show them off. These guys did a really good job. So Trevor light study is really nice. It looks really close to the final to the painting we saw. It's very, very good. And then also Tommy's light study is really good also. It's very nice. Very nice job, sir. So, well, you don't need to be this detailed for the light study, but you know, it kind of, just by putting the light on something, you can see, oh wow, that makes a huge difference, right? So yeah, congrats to you guys. You're doing really good. This is due tonight at midnight, or 11:59 to be exact. So once you have this done, okay, Parimal, I'll talk to you after. Let me see. I can't see the chat here. I saw he asked me something, but I can't see it really quick. Let me. Missed the last class. I'm a bit confused about the final assignment. Okay, so the final assignment, that's what I'm going to talk about now. You're going to start on it today. And if you missed it, Parimal, basically you find a classic painting from the 1900s, 1800s, and then you try to copy it and add something modern. You obviously copy it on black and white because that's what we're using. So let me see, here's my pencil. So to copy it, there's not much new, I can tell you. Let's say this is the drawing the painting I want to copy, and
Robinson?
yes.
I think there's a couple other people that have mics on. It's making it hard to hear yet.
Oh, okay. Let me mute everybody just one sec. I just have to get out of sharing. Okay, is that better?
Oh, yes.
Okay, sorry about that. I know there's a button somewhere to do that, and I don't know where it is, to be honest. I have to find it. But let's say this is the painting you want to copy. You're going to copy it in black and white. So you did your light study already. You look for reference for the item you're adding. You have your thumbnails with it, so you kind of have an idea of what you're going to do. Now the big thing is to copy it, right? To copy the painting, because these guys were masters. They're probably painting 24/7 for years and years, right? They're not young guys like most of you are. So what you want to do is use all that we have learned till now, and I want to refresh your memory a little bit. So if you remember, at the beginning of the semester, we would look for a picture online of somebody posing, and we would try to copy that picture. And the first thing we did was looking at negative spaces, and then so we would say, okay, I have a negative space here. I have this shape that I can copy. I have the shape the person is cutting in space. And you can do, if you have the picture printed, it will probably help you a lot, you know. If you don't, that's fine. You can just see it on your mind and see if you can copy it. So this is negative space that she's cutting into. So that was one of the techniques. So finding negative space, and then looking at your positive space. Okay, how wide is this space from here to here? Okay, how wide is this? How wide is, this is negative space. How wide is this space in here? Can I copy that? The other thing was finding angles. So you would imagine, okay, so if I have a clock here, like this is my clock, where is this pointing at? What angle is this? Or this angle, or the angle of the arm going down. So you could try to find every angle in the picture, and you can use it with your pencil, laying down your pencil on it, see how it compares to being parallel or horizontal, and then you trace that on your paper. The other thing we talked about was reducing things, especially on the face, which is very distracting. Reducing things to shapes. So if I look at the face, it's pretty hard to copy that face. We did study the proportions of the face, so you can kind of trace your lines here. Okay, so there's 1, 2, oops, and 3, and then 4, and the top of the head. You can do that, but sometimes it's easier to reduce things to shapes. Okay, so if you can draw it right over the picture. Let's see, I'm just gonna draw this shape, and then try to copy that on my page. Right, it's just a shape with no meaning to me, so I can probably copy. I'm not worried about a face, and you can do this very lightly, and then reduce the whole face to shapes like this. They're they really have not the complexion of this is a person. You can start copying those on your paper, reducing everything to just plain flat shapes. And the other thing we did was you can make a grid on top of your drawing, or trace lines. Like if I trace a line from the face down, what does it line up with? What is right under? Like the hand looks like it's right there. A horizontal line in here and in here will tell me, okay, there's this shape here. So you're trying to find little bits and pieces of information that can help you and copy the drawing as close as you can. And you can do that all very roughly. When we copied those first pictures at the beginning of the semester, I don't know if you remember this, but I would set up a timer and you would have like 10 minutes to do it. Do you guys remember doing that? I hope you did it that way because I couldn't see you since we were not in the classroom. I set up the timer for myself, and I think I did it, showing you how to do it, and I hope you did the same. Yeah. So you want to do the same thing now. Not forget everything you learned, but try to apply it. So since this is just a rough, you take 10 minutes to do it, and it's not going to hurt you if you erased or have to change it a lot. So after you have that, you're going to look for the lighting on the scene. So it's gonna be still pretty rough. If you look for the lighting, you usually start by finding the terminator on things, and this painting is very contrasty, so there's a really light dress and the person has really light skin also, and the boat and everything else is super dark, so there's a lot of contrast. So the lighting is kind of lost a little bit, and I don't know if it's because the painting is from the 1800s also, but you're trying to find what did they see, where did they see the Terminator, where did they put their light, and just by looking at it, it seems like the light is, if you look at the painting, it's kind of a cloudy day, so the light's diffuse, so there's not harsh shadows on it, but it seems like the sun is coming from this side towards the face, So if you look at it, there's a Terminator here right under the jawline. Kind of here on the creases of the eye socket here, under the nose, as small shapes. These areas here by the hair is really dark. This area too is dark, so it's kind of small shapes of shadow. So you can put those first on your page, and you're studying the light, just like you already did that on your little thumbnail. So it should be easier to say, okay, I already did this once, I can definitely do it again, it'll be easy. So you're just trying to find the areas of shadow, kind of mark them on your paper, make them darker, so from then on it's just adding your object. So if your object was a jet ski, or I don't know what your object may be, let's say she's on a jet ski instead of a boat. I should probably have a picture here of a jet ski. You'll have to match the perspective to your picture. So if I look at the picture, where is the horizon line? And if you remember, the horizon line is your eye level. So it's like if you took a picture of this person on the boat. So where was your head when this picture, or in this case this painting, was made or taken? So it's not where the sky meets the horizon. That's it's where your eye level is. So if you look around the picture, like in this painting, I see the stairs here, and I can see the top of the stairs. So that tells me I'm a little bit higher than this. And usually on anything that's boxy or has some type of top and side, and bottom, you'll see a straight line. So I can see the top of the stairs here, so probably my eye level's a little higher. Here's almost flat, so I'm guessing the eye level is somewhere around here. So now that I have my eye level, I can start using perspective with my. So I don't know if he was behind the bushes, like spying on this girl. That's what it looks like. The painting was made of, but I'm sure she was posing. But now I have my horizon line, and I can whatever item I'm adding, I can just reduce it to boxes, and and start directing my lines to that horizon line. So I just have to find a vanishing point and start tracing my lines to it, right from here and probably here, because it's a 2-point perspective. So so now you have all this planning and roughing up your composition. Oh, and some of you also like doing grids on top of your drawing. That's completely fine. So some people will grab their picture and trace a grid on it, and then trace the same grid on their paper and copy each square, which is completely fine. I have nothing against it. To me, it just kind of takes the fun out of drawing a little bit. But if this is what you want to do, go ahead. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. So if you want to do a grid, you can go ahead. Just make sure your grid on your picture and on your paper are the same. For some reason, I have students that will do a grid on their picture, and then on the paper the grid will be like the squares will be bigger or totally different, you know, and then the pictures obviously will not match because you're making this square over here a lot bigger or distorted on your paper. So that's the thing I want you to do. If you feeling more confident, which you should be, feeling more confident, you can't just try and go for it and say, okay, I'm just gonna use my eyes and my observations, see how close I can get it, and then I'll compare shapes, then I'll compare negative space, see how I'm close or far I am, and correct it afterwards. That's completely fine too. You know, there's no hard rules for art, except for perspective, I guess. Perspective is a little more less lenient, I guess, but for copying a figure or a drawing, you know, is not hard rules. But if you choose to do this way, you know, afterwards you can use the same techniques. So if you remember, there are negative space, finding angles, tracing lines for relationships, like where is the face, where are the feet, reducing the face, because that's the one that most people have problem to. Reducing faces to abstract shapes. And then using a grid. So you can do all this before or after. It doesn't really matter. It's your preference. You're just doing a rough. It's not a finished drawing yet, and you're not going to spend more than 10 minutes on it. So if you messed up, you're free to erase it and restart. You just did it very lightly. You know, so it's no big deal. You're not losing much. So that's what I want you to do from now on. So you'll be working on this mostly from this week, you know. So we'll meet on Tuesday, and I will see how far your drawing is, or if I need to kick your butt and put your pants into shape, you know, kick you on the pants so you get drawing and say, okay, I gotta get around to doing this. So next Tuesday we'll meet, and you'll show me how far your drawing has come. I will take a look at it and see if you need help. If you only get to the point that you have your rough on the page, that is fine. Or if you get to the point where you have the rough this Thursday, that'd be even better. I can actually look at it this Thursday, and then you can start putting your light and shadow. So yeah, I have the angle here, so a little bit lower. Then we can look at it and see your progress, and then I can give you some advice, you know. I'm sure some of you like can school me on your drawing, so we'll just go from there. But other than that, we will not meet this Thursday unless you need my help or you have your rough done and you want me to look at it. I'll be happy to look at it. During class time, I'll set up a link, a WebEx link, and you can just jump on it and I can look at your picture. But any questions as far as the final? So remember, you can even set up the timer if you want to give you less time. I think I'm taking too long with this, and I'm forgetting about this space here, this negative space. But you know, at first, you know, all this stuff that grids and finding angles and all that, it kind of turns into a crutch. Like I need to do this, I need to do that. Instead, just I like to just go for it at first, see how good my eyes can observe things, and then go back and fix it. But you may prefer working the other way, you know, and that's completely fine. So either way would work. Any questions, you guys? Because really, there's nothing new to learn. So, you know, it's just observation, just patience, getting feedback if you're not sure what you're doing.
So the due date is in 2 weeks, right? On 1 week.
The due date for the final drawing, when this is all done, is on August 4th.
August. Okay.
Yeah, so that will be the last day of class.
Yeah, so we need use the picture we sent the last week, right?
Yes, but I want to see your progress on the 28th at the very least.
Okay.
So next, we're not gonna meet Thursday officially, because you'll just be drawing and I'll just be talking and you'll be, please shut up so I can draw. so we won't meet Thursday. We'll meet on Tuesday the 28th. Again, we will not meet on the 30th unless you haven't shown me your drawing. And then on the 4th, the drawing is due.
Okay, but for today is
the light and shadow study. So the day a few classes back, you did your thumbnails. Today you're going to what is due today is your light study. So you take one of those thumbnails, one of those rough drawings, make it a little bit bigger, and see if you can copy the lighting. You know, see, and very roughly, it doesn't have to be a finished drawing. I think Trevor and Tommy here went above and beyond because they pretty much copy the whole drawing. But you know that you're just trying to see, and charcoal would usually work really well with this. It'll be really fast. You just put the darkest colors in there, and at least I want to see 4 tones. Like, you know, there's gray, a little bit darker. So, and same with Tommy. He did with pencil. I think it looks like, and that takes a little bit longer. I don't know if he might have used chalk. I'm not sure. It looks like chalk on the darker areas. But you know, you're just trying to study. Okay, where is the light on this painting? So you copy it the best you can, and don't take too long. You're just trying to see where it is. So it's like a practice before you actually do it on your final drawing.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay. So yeah, it shouldn't take you too long. It's not a finished drawing. It's just a rough drawing. You just shade it, and with your item, I guess Tommy does not have his item here that he's going to add to the painting. He's you know, he has to add. Everybody has to add an item that's modern. Like this painting is an older painting, so I think he was going to add some buildings.
Yeah, I'm not. I put in some of the shapes for it, but I've
not decided yet.
Yeah,
so
working through that.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter too much here on the painting. On the light study, you're just trying to copy the values. So then when you get to actually doing it on the real size on your finished drawing, you know you're not going to mess it up because you already practiced once. So that's basically all it is for today. But yeah, there's really nothing new. Oh, do not forget, you also need to submit your no, where is it? You need to submit your
Portfolio?
yes, thank you. I had it on the tip of my tongue and I couldn't say. Yeah, your e-portfolio link to me. So those are the last two things you need to worry about for this class, at least, is your e-portfolio, and then just start your drawing, and you'll have 2 weeks to work on it. So it's gotta look really pretty. You gotta be really proud of it. It'll be your out from your math homework. I don't know, some of you might like the math homework. But yeah, you have these 2 weeks and it's due on the 4th. Okay.
We can do the portfolio in solely don't know the name, because I don't know when I can do my portfolio. I don't remember.
For your e-portfolio, you just have to upload 2 pictures that you've drawn on this class, your favorite ones, to your e-portfolio, and then send them to me. And if you don't know, I think if you do a search here, let's see, who am I talking to? Am I talking to Abigail? Who am I talking to?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. You just if you do a search on the SLCC website, I think it should come up. E-portfolio. Is that what you're talking about? Where is it?
Yes, but because I have portfolio other classes, but I can find this class in e-portfolio.
Oh, I think you just have to make a page for it. You just have to add a page on your site.
Okay.
So, did you add the other classes or somebody else did it for you?
No, I did for other classes, but I can find for this class.
So, all you have to do is just add a new page, and which will be for this page for this class. And see if I have my login here. So mine, I'm not sure if it's a little bit different than yours, but it's basically the same thing. You can let's see, edit mode, I think, and you can add a page. Yeah, I don't know if it's
because I have for interior and design.
but
I don't know how to do that for this class.
and you know these guys on, where is it? Let me go back. These guys, if you call them, they can tell you how to add a page to it. So they have some. So if you look for e-portfolio in here, there's a contact page here.
Yeah.
And you know, you can call them. They will help you. I'm not sure if your pages are different than mine, to be honest. I think they're about the same, but I know I can add a page, you know, and name it whatever I want to name it, and just put pictures on it. I just don't know if it's the same for you guys. But yeah, so if if you can't figure it out, give these guys a call. But I'm sure if you think around on the page a little bit and your e-portfolio, you can add a page for this class and just add your pictures. But yeah, if you can't, just do a search here on the SLCC page. Just look for e-portfolio. This page will show up, and here under contact us is their office hours. This guy's job, the only thing they have to do is help you get your e-portfolio set up. And me too, I guess, because I need to make one for my boss. So we're on the same boat. So, and
Thank you.
yeah, no problem. So that's the only other thing. Anything else? You guys have any other questions?
Nope, all good. Thanks, Robinson.
Yeah. There's nothing else. I mean, there's nothing new to learn. So all that is left now is just to do that drawing, and you'll be done with the class. But I will see you guys on next Tuesday. So remember, we're not meeting Thursday unless you have your drawing you want me to look at. Okay?
Thanks.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. Parno, he left.